Yeah. So, I used to be a firm believer in like cold coffee is bad coffee. I guess if we're playing semantics, no, it doesn't. Um, but like, what kind of? Howdy, howdy, everyone. How's it going tonight? Oh Lord, that needs to get turned down. Sorry about the running behind, but I was running behind for a pretty good reason. I wanted to make myself a cup of coffee, and I have new lights. Hold on, I got you, Zagboo. What the fuck? Why never? Yeah, these are fun ones too. They're battery powered, and they're like full RGB lights. So setting those up will be a bit easier for me tonight, or for me going forward. And why isn't Loop Deck working? I just want things to work. Why can't things work? Because I'm trying to play that sound effect, and Loop Deck is frozen.
Welcome to the family, son.
Thank you for the
just resubscribed for 11 months.
Thank you for the resub and the air horn. I always appreciate it. And 11 months, holy shit.
This is the water. And
Thank you for the hydrate extra.
Drink full.
I have water as well.
And listen.
As I stall for my stream deck to start working again. Fresh cold water. What the f... I just want things to work. I feel like that's not unreasonable.
He bends, he stretches, even ties and knots, but always returns to his original shape.
Oh God, there's a big ass hole in my shirt. I didn't even know that was. I didn't even know that was there. Shit. Huh. I did not look too closely at my t-shirt before I put it on today. Hey, yo, armpit reveal. I mean, I don't hide them, but, you know, they ain't exactly much to look at either. But how's everyone doing today? How's everyone's weekend? Ruff, always happy to provide armpits. I mean, to be fair, every time I do a stretch, y'all get armpits off, and that's a problem. I took that personally. I mean, that do it for you? When I feel like my shoulder dislocating for the rest of the week, that's when you'll get the arms up. Time to start barking. Cause hire you for a bachelorette party? Oh no. I do not have the self-confidence to be in front of people in, like, IRL. What the kids do when they see something they like nowadays. Oh, I hate that. I hate every bit of that. You're hired as a stripper. I mean, probably construction worker, because I own like a hard hat and a reflective vest, and I like jeans. Cowboy's a good one. Wait, what am I being known about? What's the problem here? What am I being chastised for this time? Arthur Cosplay 1. So, I've been trying to do that. And you know what's incredibly fucking hard to find? that blue shirt, that blue striped shirt that he wears. I didn't do a cosplay. I just dressed like a cowboy. But yeah, no, I've been looking for that Arthur shirt the entire time. Pretty much, I have to go through all of the outfits in Red Dead Redemption 2, which isn't hard because, oh, that's mean extra. Don't compare me to Williamson. But poor Bill. I like Bill. Bill's a tragic character. Because I feel like if anybody gave a shit about Bill, and also, to be fair, part of it's Bill, because if he wasn't so angry all the time. Like, if people gave a bit more of a shit about Bill, Bill probably would have turned out okay. Bill's just stupid. Also, possibly gay. There's a very good, strong theory that Bill Williamson's gay. But yeah, no, realistically, I own a bunch of high-vis clothing and hard hats. Marion, yeah. To be fair, though, that's one of those names that, like, was also a man's name. Like, I often use the example of Ashley. Ashley was a man's name, originally. Like, it was considered a masculine name, not a feminine name. That's more recent. I'm upset because my coffee is hot. Because it's fresh, and I don't want to burn myself. But, how's everybody's weekend going? I do want to get the weekend stuff out of the way because I am tired as shit. I did all of my bike repairs yesterday. And I'm real mad about that. Something to do with that. Because the weather told me it wasn't going to rain yesterday. And then I woke up, and it was fucking miserable out. Like, real bad. Like, lightning, downpour, literally did nothing of note. I mean, that's not a bad thing. Like, just chilling at home. Like, hell yeah. Uneventful day. Good. But the weather told me it was going to rain. Or it wasn't going to rain when I checked Friday. Saturday comes around, it's pouring rain, there's lightning. I leave for work, the rain had stopped. I check the weather. It tells me it's going to rain all night till 4 a.m. So I figure, alright, I'm going to disassemble the big stuff off my bike, the console, the seat. You know, everything I need to be able to flip it upside down. And I'll put it inside the green shack. Speaking of adventure outside, I will be doing a Pikmin adventure soon. Going to my park for a little walk. Okay, well, enjoy your Pikmining. Pikmaning? Pickening? Not really sure what the verb with that would be. But enjoy it, regardless. Pickening. Yeah. It felt right. Pikmining? It's a weird one. But I get everything off the bike and put it into this real tiny, like, metal cube. Like, it's like a shipping container office thing. It's like military surplus equipment. It's like so they can drop down a structure somewhere real easy. And, you know, they like store things or make into an office or what have you. We have one at my booth, and it's big enough for me to put my bike in while I'm at work for, you know, so it ain't in the rain. So I start doing all of this stuff in there, like, it's gonna rain any minute, I guess. Then I start doing the tire outside, like, right outside of it. I'm like, alright, well, I only have to pick up the tire and bring it into the shack. But, you know, it didn't rain all goddamn night. I could have done it in a nice big open area outside and wouldn't have had a problem. Not at all. It was so humid out every time I went into the air conditioner to cool off and came back outside, my glasses fogged. It was humid and, like, and gross out. Like, I also was, like, projectile sweating. Like, there were salt stains on my shirt from the sweat. Like, But yeah, like, literally, like, every time I went outside, just fog. Got to the point where I started going outside just without my glasses on. I just had to walk closer to things to see them. Which probably isn't good for somebody trying to secure an area, but, you know, I don't care. But yeah, I got it all done by, like, midnight, 1 a.m., thereabouts. So I'm pretty happy with that. And I almost forgot. As always, if you want more of my rambling nonsense, you can catch me at any one of these, or the easily clickable links right there in the chat, as well as one to our Discord. Although, to be fair, these are probably going to change at some point. The font that I have the chat on screen made it look like I was busy eating a Cheeto. Haha! I got you.
Bruh.
But, because I have a button. Like, no amount of typing's faster than my single button. Unless you, like, know I'm going to do it ahead of time. I have many buttons typing. That's true. But to be fair, even in that regard, I have more because I have a keyboard in front of me as well. Like, we're coffee buddies right now. Yay! I haven't made coffee at home in a while. Because my kitchen's... Okay. Because my kitchen's, as I keep putting it, in hostile territory. Damn it, that button doesn't affect that. Ugh. I have to fix that. But yeah, I often say that my kitchen is in hostile territory, and I won't be elaborating on that. It does look pretty nice. Well, like, I'm also very much like leaning into the colors of the game, like the game colors are pink and purple, so. Although, to be fair, dialing in pink on this one was a little more difficult. I definitely think I missed the mark and it looks more red. Of course, I don't remember what every color temperature is. Or what degree of change there is.
Is the water. And this is the well.
Well. Drink full and descend. Thank you for the hydrate. I appreciate that. Alright, let's say we go ahead and hop in. I don't remember what we were doing previously. Oh, sorry, this might be my favorite loading bar in a video game. Gotta keep Dad hydrated. I appreciate it. I have no clue what we're doing. Also, let me know if, I catch up with the bitch I missed last time. At least not before the stream. Well, we'll figure it out together. Now there's notes. Catherine was at the end of one someone saying, okay. I remember that one. We got, what's-his-face killed at the waste disposal plant. And here's a bunch of new information. Call for donations. Today's the 3rd, apparently.
How's it going?
I could use some more help.
It's not going well. I could use some help.
Okay, let's review the basics. We need to work out who the next target is. There's 4 locations, right? And 4 people. We need to figure out if anyone is at any of the 4 locations tonight. And if they are, we can call them and warn them. There must be some connections between the notes.
That makes sense.
Great. Need any more help?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Sure. I think you should be methodical with this.
Thanks,
Try
Peggy.
grouping the notes by who they're about. You could also have a look at the dates and make a timeline.
I was
Maybe
planning
that will
on
help
being
rule
very
out
flippant
potential
about
targets
it.
first.
Got it. Thanks, Peggy.
No problem.
Alright, let's see. Are these the potential targets? We got Kim Walker, Rebecca Allen, Ant Williams, and Chuck Brody. Alright, let's read all this bullshit, I guess. My eye. Festival of Disaster. Big wheel breaks free. 15 injured. Who's to blame? Gallows Creek Harvest Festival closed early this year after tragedy struck only hours after opening. The big wheel broke free from its supports and rolled through town. An investigation is currently underway. More on page 12. Okay. Nope. And nothing readable in the back. Okay. You can go back up there. Call for donations to help Chuck Brody. Former Gallows High School captain Chuck Brody suffered a career-ending injury as a victim of the festival disaster late last year. To help him on his road to recovery, we are buying him some lottery tickets. Hopefully he can get lucky. That one was cheap. I didn't necessarily... I gotta figure out something for the, not the hub. Well, he's trying to get lucky, and he can get back on his feet. Pun not intended. Drop tickets in the bucket below. Thanks. Okay, nothing on the back here. Alright. So, these two events. Chuck was injured in the thing. So we'll put that under Chuck Brody. You can go up there. Motherfucker, I didn't put a timer on. Alright, how long ago was this? 5 minutes ago. Right on. Chuck, like The Walking Dead? More leg injury and less, guts being ripped out. But sure, close enough. This is what happened to him before.
Thank you.
Pontus Beats is now following.
Huh. Thank you for the follow, Ponty's Pizza. That is thematically on brand. I'm trying to think of a joke here, but I'm just surprised as hell about it. Thank you for following. You're doing a great job. I want you to know that. I support you in whatever you want to do. Alright, let me get back here. Pull my chair back up. Dad support this week brought to you by Ponty's Pizza. Ponty's Pizza. It's certainly pizza. I don't have a sound effect to go with that. I'm sorry. Local doctor Kay Walker recommends all locals get their flu shot. Okay, so that's Kim Walker. Flu season is upon us. 84 is no different to any other year. Make sure you are protected. That seems kind of unnecessary. Just that. Oh, but that probably tells us she's at the hospital. Okay. Let's show support of people at KFAM. We know how much they love Ponty Pizza. The mobile for Pikmin. Oh no, not the mobile, but thank you, Zagboo, for hanging out. And go enjoy your Pikmin adventure. Ponty's Pizza. Oh, and let me... Here. Once again, thank you for the follow. Love the thematic name, though. Where's... Oh no, I don't have one. I don't have a Ponty's Pizza tape. Thank you for the follow. I was gonna play it, but I forgot that wasn't a tape. That was a call-in. Did use Ponty's Pizza to save somebody, so... I assume you've played this game before. This is my first time through it, and I am really enjoying it. Although, to be fair, I did take a week or so off of it and don't remember what happened. Staff surge at Power Station. Gallows Creek Power Station hires 20 new staff in record time. 12 of which high school students from Gallows Creek. Huh. That's interesting. I think these two might be related in some way, because 12 students seems... Yeah, I love this game. Did you play it at the full release, or did you try it out when it was the 48-hour Game Jam version? Because I stumbled upon it then and fell in love with it. Like, I love the idea of horror based in radio, and I just thought this was like the coolest idea. Beep, beep, look out, tragedy. 5 dead, 16 injured. After brakes fail on bus. They're playing it in the last few weeks. You should go back and play the Game Jam version if you haven't. It was a lot of fun. It's a nice short experience. It's super clever and looked really nice. Like, for a 48-hour game, they did a great job on it. And it's free out there. Like, it's a free game. It's worth playing. Like, highly recommend it. Tragedy struck Gallows Creek yesterday afternoon after a bus failed to stop and crashed into a fuel tanker. God damn. This place lives up to its name. The deceased have been identified as the Gallows Creek locals. Mr. M. Rudd. Mr. M. Huston. Mr. P. Stein. K. Stein. Mildred. Hold on, is Stein one of the names of these people? There's a way to switch hands, I can't remember what it is. F. Okay, F just returns it. Okay. What did the rest of this say? Police have asked for privacy of families and victims. Alright, this is the 12th of 77... 2. Okay, so this is considerably later. Unless, what's in the back? Nothing important. Alright. So let's put that down here in terms of timeline. Justice for Festival Victims, 2 years investigation into the festival incidents concluded. Investigations blame 2 engineers that were contracted in from the local power station. Lead engineer Ant Williams and junior engineer Sean Everett were distracted talking about horror movies while assembling the big wheel. The big wheel, which led to various construction mistakes. Have been ordered to community service for a total. I gotta say, I don't think community service is the right punishment there, but okay. This relates to that. But Ant Williams is one of our people. We'll put him there, and it said he worked at the power station. Although he... lead engineer, so makes a good possibility he still works at the power station. So I think he'd be there. Alright. Crime syndicate impounded. Criminal operation shut down. 24 arrests. Inside informant walk free. Police have today finally put an end to the long-running car thieving crime syndicate. There's a weird way to write that. The arrests were made after a member gave up information on their co-conspirators to investigators. The informant, who asked to remain anonymous, will hereafter be referenced as R.A., has walked free with no charges. More on page 13. Alright, so R.A. Car Club Rebecca Allen. So, that has to do with her. And Peter Stein. Hold on. Where was that car crash one? Crouch button. there a crouch button? Can I have it? There we go. Okay, that's crouch too far. Like the big final puzzle. I have no idea. I actually have no idea how long this is. The deceased she's dead. Okay, so Kim Walker's dead. Oh, that explains. No, wait, yeah. Okay, so those all, she's dead. Oh, I bet you all the people on this board, only one of them's alive. I'm willing to bet that's what it is. Emily's author of Tell-All Book, Diary of a Car Thief, moves out car starting there. Still car. Time money, said reviewer. Okay, so she ain't in Gallows Creek no more. And that was her. 24-hour gas station bought by local ex-lottery winner. New gas man told to a man who won the lottery 14 years ago. New owner claims it will keep me. Okay, so that's what's his name? That's Chuck Brody. I guess he got lucky and won the lottery. Future vision in this game too, and he bought a gas station. Listen, I don't pick when the future vision works and doesn't. I have no control over the future vision. It just happens. And sometimes I know it's a goddamn boat. And I don't want to be spoiled. Is your car for sale? Sheriff, man. He's warned citizens to look out for suspicious behavior and multiple car thieves. The crime wave of 70 will be stopped. Okay, so this has to do with what's her face, car thief lady. I actually love this kind of like, they give you a board with a bunch of information, you have to correlate it all. I actually love this kind of shit. Because you get to a point where you figure out what they want you to correlate, and then you just have moment after moment of like aha moments. And that's always fun to me. Quiet Riz, health and safety. Do you care about the health and safety? Good. Then come down to the yearly convention. Okay, for some reason I looked at the word convention and went, that don't look right. Lead engine for the Galaxy Harbor Festival disaster 72. Okay, so this is what's his name. That I think is at the power station. Am I not like square up to it or close enough? Okay. Trailer for sale sheep. I'm willing to bet this is the car lady. Sick of being a local celebrity. People are mean to me. I only stole a few cars. Who cares? Yep. Car thief lady. Which also would say trailer park. And this one. Creek Game Day. Riz. Number 13. I'm surprised none of these have had something important on the back. Alright. I'm willing to bet this has to do with him. Which, there's 20 new students from Gallows Creek. I still don't know what that exactly pertains to. But this. Alright, he's still in town at the gas station. She's dead. She moved to Manhattan. He could be at the power station. I need to figure out how or which of those two options it could be. Fire department, get more fire engines. All right. All right. So, Chuck Brody's a possibility. Kim is not. She's dead. Kim's not a possibility. She gone. Rebecca Allen is gone. She moved to Manhattan. Ant Williams. So I'm willing to bet the power station thing probably has something to do. I like the organization I see you doing here. Bye, Kim. Bye, Rebecca. Yeah, the 2-point organizing this stuff will help me kind of see, which, like I said, I've already eliminated these two because it'd be hard for Kim to get murdered from beyond the grave. And it'd be hard for Rebecca to be murdered when she's not in town. So I'm gonna move all of their info up here to like where I'm using as like kind of a little trash area. So the hospital and the trailer park I think are safe-ish right now. Alright, let me do Ant Williams and I'll move him a little bit further up. Alright, I want to do a timeline. So Gallo Creek's Mind Myself 1969 has been a great year so far. So that means 69 was the earliest event. Then we have the festival, which I'm going to put in between the two timelines here. Justice for Victims. After. This is after. And I think he is at the power station. Alright? Rebecca, it's not what you think. It's exactly what you think, Rebecca. You know what you did. Alright, now Chuck, on the other hand, we have Game Day 1969. Then we have... Like, I don't know exactly what information is like exactly what I need. I know there's got to be something that eliminates one of these two. Alright. So that's also the accurate timeline for both of these. As far as I can tell, at least. Alright. Where's my
How's
Peggy
it going?
button? Almost got
I'm
it.
okay, thanks. I think I've almost got it.
Good luck.
Okay, that wasn't helpful, Peggy.
How's it going?
Could use some help.
It's not going well. I could use some help.
Okay, let's review the basics. We need to work out who the next target is.
Mm-hmm.
There's 4 locations, right? And 4 people.
Yes.
We need to figure out if anyone is at any of the 4 locations tonight. And if they are, we can call them and warn them. There must be some connections between the notes.
That makes sense.
Great.
I wonder if I can call more
Need
than
any
one.
more help?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Sure. I think you should be methodical with this. Try grouping the notes by who they're about. You could also have a look at the dates and make a timeline. Maybe that will help rule out potential targets first.
Got it. Thanks, Peggy.
No problem.
There we go. Couldn't remember how to throw things. Alright. I'm down to 2, and I don't know... Wait a minute. This is just a... In a minute, missed the name of it. Oh, it's called Killer Frequency. It's the game that they made that was like the proof of concept for this. It was the same title and by the same people. Once again, like, highly recommended. It was a lot of fun. It's pretty much the same as this. The puzzles have been a little different, but definitely worthwhile. I forget that it is 87. Hold up. Wait a minute. It's not now, it's 1987. Tuesday the 1st through Sunday the 6th in September. Is it September? It is September. He is not here. I know who the target is. It's Chuck Brody. Where's my Peggy button? There it is.
How's it going?
Haha! I'm ready.
I'm ready, Peggy.
Are you sure? We've only got one shot at this.
I can reload this. Let's do it.
I'm sure. Let's do this.
Okay, name first. Who do you think the target is?
Chuck Brody.
And where will I find them?
The gas station.
The gas station.
Okay, I'm dialing. One moment.
Hold on, Peggy. Ain't you from here? Miss Peggy.
Hello?
Chuck Brody! Listen, I know this sounds crazy, but we have reason to believe the Whistling Man is coming for you. You need to get yourself and everyone else out right now.
The Whistling Man? Who the hell are you? Who is this?
This is Forrest Nash. Listen, the Whistling Man's back. We found a list with your name on it, and
Oh God. It's today. The year I finally let myself forget.
Forget what?
Forget what?
Forget.
God damn it.
No, man. I gotta get out of here.
Hey! Got it.
I think he ran off.
Well, fingers crossed that Chuck...
Jesus! It sounds like something blew up.
He's using bombs now?
Is Chuck?
I don't know.
Hang on, we're getting a call.
Hello?
Chuck?
Hey, Chuck survived the
Forrest.
Whistling Man.
The whole goddamn gas station's gone up.
Hell yeah.
Is anyone hurt?
And
I don't think so. I got everyone to follow me out. The town's only ambulance was blown to hell, though.
okay.
Ah, damn
So-
it, that fireball threw me.
For those of us keeping score, the town now has no ambulance, no fire truck,
I'm
and
not
no
feeling
police.
Great.
And 911 is a
Sorry,
night
Matt.
radio DJ.
I can't thank you enough, but
The taxes in this place
Yeah.
better be real
I
goddamn
gotta
low.
go.
Wait, Damn it. We lost him. What was that about today?
Oh, Forrest, the call board is lighting up. Get us into some music while I deal with this.
Here's some music while we regroup here on KFAM 189.16, The Stream.
I'm rather happy with how that all worked out. But, real quick, I have to use the
There's
bathroom.
gotta be more in the basement to show us who Clive is targeting. And if that's the case, we can
God
get
damn
ahead
it.
of him. Stop the killings before they...
I will be right back. Enjoy the clips. Accidentally hit the Windows key instead of Control. Oh, God damn it. God damn it, Chloe. Sticky keeps shaving the dog. I don't want this dog to die. I like Pompidou. Pompidou did nothing wrong. Alright. But first, I paint the gun and everything. Our train's now orange. Ah! It scared the fuck out of me. Accidentally hit the Windows key instead of Control. Oh, God damn it. God damn it, Chloe. Sticky keeps shaving the dog. I don't want this dog to die. I like Pompidou. Pompidou did nothing wrong. Alright.
Listen, Chloe.
I'm not 100%. Yeah, it's another piss break.
Can happen. Forrest, we need to go back down.
All right.
By we, you mean me, right?
Yep.
Back
like
to the
I
basement.
Said, I need to handle all these calls. Maybe start with that creepy mannequin room you mentioned before. I still have a lot of questions about those, by the way.
Me too.
Once again, game, you don't need... I will never stop being rather, pissy about it. I do not need to click on the door and drag it. Good, my mousetrap is still, watching the door for me. Which I learned something cool about this game. I was looking through the Steam stuff. Apparently, you can skip the basement stuff and go out back by propping this door open, which I thought was pretty neat. There's the basement stairs, the one with the picture of a stair. Basement creepy as fuck. I don't remember. That's locked. This isn't. I also really don't like how, like, it's just open. Can I close this in some way? Because I feel like I'm going to get serial murdered. Okay. Back in the creepy doll room. Why are they pointing? At least it gives me context for the pictures.
A key? Was this always here? I must have missed it when I brought everything upstairs.
Key found basement storage. Okay, I'll give this game a little bit of a redemption on the having to hold and manually swing doors. I can't believe I didn't find that that record I was looking for outside either. But I'll give it a little bit of leeway on that.
Hey, Forrest!
Peggy, give me some warning before yelling down the intercom.
Sorry. Buzz the intercom when you find something and want to discuss it.
I'll give it a little bit of leeway on that. Because I just figured out you can walk into the doors and open them. Got some speaker wires, some consoles. Hidden room? No hidden room. Hidden room? No hidden room. Got some electrical bullshit. Pens, super glue. More electrical bullshit. A tape.
Peggy, I've found a tape and a map down here.
A map of what?
Looks like it might be to somewhere in this storage area.
Weird. Well, maybe the tape will give us more information. Give it a play.
Is there a tape deck down here? Oh, there is. Am I hitting the wrong button? I am hitting the wrong button. There we go. What map? Like, I see the town map.
George Barrow, 1968. That's when this all began for me. Follow the maps. Find the tapes. I'll be waiting.
Wait. George Barrow? We all heard that he drowned after a night out drinking. Was it actually Clive? Has Clive really been the whistling man for that long?
He says I need to follow the maps and find the tapes. I guess that's what this map is about.
I think we need to see what else is hidden down here. Be careful, Forrest. Keep looking. Buzz the intercom when you found something.
I do like that how it will warn me that I'm about to leave the room.
Time of autopsy is 7 a.m. Cause of death is asphyxiation from drowning. The degree of rigor mortis indicates that the subject has been deceased for 5 hours. That puts the time of death.
Security to delivering installation. Security alarm system out 400. Hospital. Oh. Spooky noises? I'm gonna report this to Peggy before we proceed.
What have you found, Forrest?
It's an autopsy tape. Doesn't say for who.
Howdy,
but
Moth. How are
I
you?
think it must be for George.
How's your
Poor
weekend
George.
going?
He was so young.
Something's bugging me, Peggy.
What do you mean?
I
You
swear
are
I
here.
recognize the voice
And
of
it's
the woman
always
talking
great
on the
to
tape.
hear from
I
you.
just can't place it.
Seriously? Do you think you've met her before?
I don't know. I mean, I just got here recently. I
Had to
don't
work
know.
so shitty, but better now.
Do you think you found
Yeah, the
everything,
best part of the
Forrest?
day is leaving
There's
work.
got to be more down here. I need to find all the tapes.
You think so? How much did Clive hide down there? Well, if there are more tapes, then there must be more maps to follow, right?
That seems to be the case.
All right then. Buzz the intercom when you find something and want to discuss it. Do you think you found everything, Forrest?
I think there's got to be more down here. I need to find all the tapes.
You think so? How much did Clive hide down there? Well, if there are more tapes, then there must be more maps to follow, right?
That seems to be the case.
All right then. Buzz the intercom when you find something and want to discuss it.
Okay, so we have the creepy... Oh, wait. Are the note... Or are the map, quote-unquote... These? That I really... No. Really wish I could pick up? Oh, I can pick them up. Okay. I believe Jag went on their little Pikmin walk. Okay, I see how this is going. I got your number, game. With your spooky noises and shit. Game's good. No, they're fairly recently. I just got back from the bathroom. Game's pretty good. Like, they really did a great job expanding on their concept and, like, filling it in with stuff. It is very fun and, like, very spooky.
Small lacerations to arms, legs, and face. Typically
looks useful.
obtained by running through foliage. Severe blistering to the
Prepared,
feet, as though the
police
deceased had been
department.
running without
Done.
stopping.
Yeah, it's also, like, nicely creepy. They're doing a good job at the creepy. Alright. Date and time assigned. 68. 9/3/68. So that's today, 20 years earlier. Sandra Sharp. Okay. At 4 a.m., a call was received from a jogger, a Miss Sandra Sharp, reporting that a body had been found washed up in the reservoir. I drove out to investigate and was able to identify the body at the scene as that of Gregory Barrow, or George Barrow. Gregory? Where the fuck did I get Gregory from? George Barrow. I contacted the coroner's office and then the boy's parents. They informed me that they had not seen him. I'm back on my laptop, thank God. Yeah, mobile's awful. How was your Pikmining? Picking? I forget what we agreed on. They informed me they had not seen the boy since 7 p.m. on the 2nd. Not cleared. J. Matthews. Okay. Sheriff Matthews was a... Okay, that bell just rings when I, when I unpause. I was worried it meant something. It was good. The people of the park, fun to see. I misread that entirely. Clip the Gregory part. I definitely misread Jagbu's message just now as the people of the park. Instead of tons of people at the park. I thought you were implying that the people at the people of the park are fun to see. Which, you know, maybe they are. I don't know. This is creepy, and I'm waiting for a jump scare. This isn't the one I'm looking for. Which means I missed one. Okay, here's the one I missed.
Preliminary toxicology results shows no signs of inebriation. However, a high amount of cortisol was
Listen,
found,
sometimes
indicating
reading,
elevated
while
levels
reading is
of
fundamental,
stress
sometimes
and the immediate
I'm not that much fun.
nervous
But I am very mental. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Move this man!
I deserve it.
Additionally, there appears to be a post-mortem injury to the arm. It looks like it was trapped in a car door.
I'm sorry, the fuck what now?
Additionally, there appears to be a post-mortem injury to the arm. It looks like it was trapped in a car door.
Okay. Groovy. Oh, here's the next clue. Ralph always boos himself because Ralph thinks that Ralph makes bad jokes and doesn't like Ralph. Thought they said I was trapped in a car door. That would have been so much worse. Well, I'm not a fan of any of this. Where the fuck are you? That is so spooky. The basement. Peggy decided that going to the basement was a good idea. Of course, Peggy's locked in the fucking programmer, thing. Crocheting while watching. Hell yeah. Peggy decided that we have to go check out the basement again for more creepy shit in the doll room. Because that's a normal thing. Alright. Zors Theodore Barrow. Race W. Sex M. Age 18? I think that's supposed to be 18. Home address. Carpenter Avenue, Gallows Creek. Iowa? God damn, are we in Iowa? How bad do you gotta fuck up on radio to get sent from Chicago to Iowa? We watching the 160p. Yeah, that says 18. Listen, I just said I'm not very good at reading. The deceased is a Caucasian male, age 18. The cause of death is established to be drowning, shown by the signs of asphyxiation. See Section 2, Paragraph 4 for more details. Abrasions were found on the knuckles, likely from getting into... God damn it, Ralph. Working on that Cardi I started forever ago, though I'm almost done with one side finally, and about 6 rows done from the other side. Nice. That Cardi gonna be looking so good. Hell yeah, it is. Getting into fights, matches matches with known history of the deceased being aggressive. Look at him. Oh, Lord. I looked up and it terrified me. I don't like that I can, like, look around while having a memo up in my face. No other injuries were observed. From the coroner's opinion, there is no evidence of foul play. Additionally, the preliminary toxicology reports indicate the deceased had a high level of alcohol in their blood. It is of the coroner's opinion that the deceased went swimming while intoxicated, resulting in his drowning. Manner of death? Accident. Auto asphyxiation. I'm sorry I made you do this, Virginia. Wait. Does it say who the report was done by? Virginia Sullivan. Huh. I wonder if... Huh. No, I haven't. I've seen people play it. It looks scary as shit. But I have not played it myself yet.
It is the coroner's opinion that the subject likely feared for his life and was chased, resulting in a fall from a height into a body of water.
Marker
where
Plurer's
his
playful
head
of it at least.
was knocked out.
Do it for All Hallows Eve.
Following that, he was
I gotta see what October looks like again. But I might do what I did last October, where every stream is just a new game. Or how it was supposed to be. I did fuck it up with Clock Tower because the game that I had originally planned for part 2 fucking didn't work. Oh good, I'm all the way in this creepy ass fucking bullshit. With my back to the opening, the only way out. And there's another tape. We,
Ooh, a new vinyl for my collection.
Hey, found a vinyl. There are collectibles in this game. There are vinyls.
Listening to this, then I'm probably dead.
That'd be fun. I'm excited. I think that's a fun way to do it, especially since, like, I know I like Halloween so much. I like celebrating it like that.
I noticed headlines cropping up in those papers.
Which, ooh, by the way, Moth, what do you think of the new lighting? Huh? Huh? I'm very excited about it. I got new lights.
And each one drawing closer.
And they're battery powered. They're like little LED panels.
None of us are innocent, but I don't think we deserve killing. All I hope
I'm excited. July 5th is officially spooky season.
save some folk from the worst.
Listen, spooky season's in here, not out there.
Do something to make up for what I did back then, I guess. I didn't kill anyone, mind you, but that's past mattering. Now, there's more I could say than I should say, but my employer made it clear that my family would pay a high price.
Wait, can I...
Never spoke out. So,
I'm a spooky bitch all year round, shame.
for you,
I mean, to be fair, y'all have seen that I have a proclivity for horror. Like, I am all down for, like, you know, be
What the hell?
be
Peggy's
spooky.
not gonna believe
Enjoy the spookiness all the time. Live your best spooky life. I'm just gonna put that back down.
if you're listening to this, then I'm probably dead. I'm a man who likes to stay informed. I've got subscriptions to newspapers all over the country. A few weeks ago, I noticed headlines cropping up in those papers.
I didn't listen when he was talking the first time, so we're re-listening.
Headline about a murder. Each murder, the death of someone I knew almost 20 years ago. And each one drawing closer to gallows
I am.
Drawing closer to the anniversary.
Because I think this might be important.
Us are innocent, but I don't think we deserve killing.
Is this I know what you did last summer scenario?
That I can save some folk from the worst. That I can. I don't know.
I also don't want to turn around, to be honest.
I did back then, I guess. I didn't kill anyone, mind you. But that's past mattering. Now, there's more I could say. That I should say.
Okay, I came back into listening right around here, so.
Employer made it clear.
Okay. Okay. We're back to the Peggy radio.
Found another tape.
I didn't even think of that.
Talks more
Right?
about how George died.
What did it say?
It sounds like he was running for his life. Sprinting through trees and bushes, getting cut up all over.
Well, the game kind of like
Tried
led
someone
me
to
to
do
a
that.
corner
I'm
and
not
was
sure
like,
yet.
here, listen to this thing, and if you turn around,
There's
you won't
also
be
a
able to
tape
hear it.
about a toxicology report. There were no signs of drinking or that he was on anything.
What? But everyone said he went swimming drunk and drowned.
Well, apparently
It was in the
everyone's a fucking
newspaper and
liar.
everything.
You trust the
I found a
mainstream
written autopsy
media
report.
like a
What did
sheeple?
it say?
According to that, it's just like you said at the start. George drowned after getting drunk. Said he liked to fight, too.
But that contradicts the tape.
I know. And I think I know why.
Hmm.
There's a note with the report that says, "I'm sorry I made you do this, Virginia."
So
If it
who's
was on
pulling
the
the strings?
autopsy report, then Virginia
Not the
must be
sheeple,
the
Ralph.
coroner.
You're goddamn right, the sheeple.
Wait, the caller from earlier, when we had to call the takeout restaurants, wasn't her name Virginia?
Was
We
it?
need to call her back once we finish down here. It looks like she might know something about what's going on. I found a tape that introduces a new detail to the story. Post-mortem injury. Apparently, his
Yeah, that
arm
was weird to
got
me.
caught in a car door.
A car door?
Yeah, after he
Post-mortem.
died.
Like, what?
How do you suppose they can tell?
How can they tell? I'm a radio producer.
By
not
the,
a coroner.
there's actually a good answer to that.
The
Like
written
the
report I
blood,
found
the
doesn't
way it
mention it at all.
bleeds or something like
How
that,
did
or
his
like
arm get trapped in a
the
car
way
door after
bruising
he
happens
died?
because your body isn't
Unless he
pumping
got it
blood,
when
so
the
it heals.
police collected his
Or
body.
doesn't heal,
I
rather.
guess someone else must have moved
Like,
it.
blood doesn't
after
clot
he was
around it
dead
and all.
To
It's really
where he
interesting,
was
but there is
eventually
actually a way,
found.
fairly
But the
easy way to
report.
tell.
What is going on here?
Yeah.
I found a police report. Mentions a friend from earlier, Sandra Sharp.
Sandra. The jazz runner?
That's right. She found
Yeah.
George's body washed up at the reservoir.
The reservoir?
Yeah? What's strange about that?
George got cuts from running through foliage, right? But there's no forest around there.
My coffee's gone
Also,
cold now. It's
how did
kind of
it wash
gross.
up at the reservoir?
What do you mean?
Not happy about
Reservoirs
it.
don't have tides.
But that's what the police report said.
It's not possible, though. I
Yeah,
did a
wait a
full
minute.
project on reservoirs and got an A. But yeah, not important right now. The important thing is that it doesn't make sense.
There's
What
not
are you
enough.
suggesting then? That the body was originally found somewhere other than what the report
I'm not going to go
suggests.
microwave like 3
That the
mouthfuls of coffee.
Sheriff tried to cover it up, but accidentally let something slip?
Something like that. I think.
Well, Sheriff Matthews wrote the report. If he hadn't been eviscerated, we could have asked him.
And Sandra didn't make it either.
In another tape, the coroner comes to the same conclusion as I did. George was running from something.
Maybe an animal?
I wonder if
Maybe,
those people I
but
couldn't
Then there's
save.
this next bit, where the coroner thinks he was moved post-death.
So she agrees with us.
At the end of the tape, someone burst in and demanded Virginia stop recording. I think it was Clive.
This is starting to make sense now.
I think I was supposed to come back here after
This
every.
is a conspiracy
every
to
tape
cover
to
up
talk
what
to her.
happened to George.
I think I found Clive's last recording. I think Clive might be gone.
Gone?
I found a confession. Not for any killings, but for playing a part in covering up
Okay.
George's death. He left this behind in case he died. he hoped someone would find it.
Do you think the Whistling Man already got him?
Possibly. We've had a lot of callers tonight, but maybe not every victim made it to the phone, you know? We don't know how many there really are.
Christ, Forrest, that's dark.
I know.
Whole
but
town's dead.
Clive said he had
Total
read
party
about
wipe.
other murders in other towns, and that the murders were all folks who knew about the incident. And the killings were getting closer to Gallows Creek. He said he wanted to do something good for once.
The board in his office.
That
he
would
wasn't
be.
tracking people down to kill them. He was tracking them down to save them. Ugh, why didn't he just come out with all of this?
He said his employer.
That would be a
threatened his
really
family
interesting
if he
turn,
spoke out about
though.
any of it.
Like, to be fair,
Employer?
that would be
The one who
awesome.
orchestrated the cover-up? Oh, Clive. I'm sorry for thinking you'd killed all those people. Do you think you found everything?
I think so.
Forrest, what's going on here?
Someone wanted that boy's death to seem like an accident.
That's
And
the
they
part that
hired
I don't.
Clive
We don't have
to make
any
it look that
information
way.
on. Who would have?
Come
The
back upstairs
politician.
when you're ready. We need to figure out our next step.
I think it's the politician. I was just about to ask, like, oh, well, who would?
Thank God you're back, Forrest. I've been running out of stuff to pad our airtime with.
Peggy, you work in radio.
Forrest, I'm
I think it's
stressed. I mean,
this guy, Teddy
really,
Gallows.
How are we supposed to keep a show going with all this happening?
I'm using my future sense now.
This is
It's
our
Teddy
job,
Gallows.
Peggy. We gotta do it.
You're
He-
right.
He's
So,
the one who
What's the plan now?
killed that
think We
guy
should call
and hid the
Virginia
murder.
back.
All right, I'll get her on the line. Okay, Forrest, shut the music off.
Hello again, Gallows Creek. This is Forrest Nash. We're circling closer to the truth behind tonight's events. To this end, we're calling back one of our earlier callers,
Virginia Sullivan, come on down. Da-da-da, da-da-da.
Redman Plunker here. Who's this? Is it you? Goose.
Plunker.
Plunker, hey, it's the Radio Man, Forrest Nash.
Radio Man? What's up?
Solving mysteries, saving lives. The huge.
Can't chat, but I'll be lurking. Have fun.
Right on.
Nice to see you.
Plunker,
I hope
what
you're
are you
doing
doing
well.
at-
Real quick, let me give you a shout out. I haven't been able to catch your streams lately because timing just hasn't worked out. But I hope you've been well, and I hope my fingers can remember how to type. Nope, that's the wrong mouse. If you aren't already following, go follow Liaison.
Gorsh, mate.
Real cool person. Ooh, Red Dead 2. Seen for about 3 months. That
listen,
would be explaining why I ain't
what
seen
I
ya.
do with my paper in my spare time, Dino.
Hopefully everything's alright,
it's okay. It's delicious. Drinking paper, that sounds really uncomfortable. Like,
Drinking paper. Oof. But I can get back to it when I can. Well, hopefully everything works out for you. Thank you for hopping in and hanging out. And I always appreciate the lurking. And hopefully you and everyone's doing great. Let's get back into it and try not to get other people murdered.
She asked if we could stay to keep an eye out for that whistling turd. So we're hanging out, bro.
Well, that's big of you, Plunker.
No.
Wait.
It's nothing.
Was Virginia the woman who wanted us
Speak to Virginia.
Sure thing, Radio Man. I'll just go get her.
Who is this?
Okay,
Hey,
no, Virginia's the one we
it's
sent the
Forrest.
frat boys to.
I'm glad you're still okay.
Oh, Forrest. Sorry,
The,
I'm still jumpy.
The lady who was asking for the special record to be played. I don't know who that is.
Don't be sorry. You've been through a lot.
Yeah, it's been a rough night.
I'm so sorry this happened to you, Virginia.
I thought I was. I thought...
Easy. We're not calling to talk about earlier. We're calling because we think you can help us understand why this is happening tonight.
Me? What would I know?
Any
Well,
guesses?
Can you think of any reason why you'd have been targeted?
I don't like how I can
No,
get too close to
I
these
don't think
to
so.
really be able to see both of them.
All right. When you were attacked earlier, you mentioned a name. Clive.
I don't know what I said then. I was petrified, Forrest.
Clive's the janitor at our station, and we know you spoke to him in the past.
Back of my throat
Forrest, please.
on this side's a little
You don't know
like
what you're
swollen.
doing. He'll come for me.
Virginia,
It feels
it's
like there's
okay.
something stuck in the back
Clive
of my
won't
throat.
be coming after you.
We think Clive's dead.
Dead? But isn't he? He's the whistling man, Forrest.
Why are
Why
you
so
so
certain?
certain Clive's
Yeah,
the
like
whistling
why
man?
do you think that?
Because he. All those years ago, he.
It's okay, Virginia.
Finish your sentence,
He's gone.
Virginia, please.
We found evidence to suggest he... Well,
And we found your autopsy reports for George Barrow.
How? I saw him destroy
He told
them.
her outright.
Well, he didn't. I don't know if he kept them or made copies or what, but we found them, and we know it's related to what's happening tonight, which is why we called you. Why did you write a false report?
And Pinky promised.
All right.
There's some people take Pinky promises
One day.
real serious.
I came into work to find a boy on my slab.
A boy,
And
you
as I
say?
finished the autopsy, this man, Clive, he just burst in. And he started making demands to give over the reports, to falsify what I found. Of
Highest level of
course
promise.
I said no.
I mean, higher than like a blood oath?
Well, when someone wants
Because like
to
I can think
make
of
you
plenty
do
of
something,
crazier, arbitrary
use
like
the carrot
things that are
or the
probably
stick.
just as
For me,
good,
we
like
used both. You see, my sister is sick.
blood oath, blood
She has
pact,
a chronic condition that's never going away. It's expensive to treat,
implicit threat.
and it was getting to where I couldn't afford it. And Clive promised me that his employer would pay for my sister's treatment
Spit shake
if
blood
I did
anything.
what he said.
How much
And that
blood
if
to
I
anything
ever
the
spoke
lowest?
about this, he'd beat me to within an inch of my life.
God
I don't know
damn.
why he had me do it, but my sister needed me. You have to understand. She needed me.
we understand.
Thank you, Virginia. That was brave.
God,
Yeah.
I just want this nightmare to
This is
end.
darker and more
This will
brutal
help
than
end
I
it,
thought
Virginia.
it would be, to be honest.
Thank
I
you.
thought there should be
Stay
a bit
safe,
more like
Virginia.
light, like a lighter serial killer fare. But as it turns out,
So, Virginia's tied up in all of this.
Clive threatened her to keep quiet about George's death.
radio
But for
killer.
who? Why cover up these details?
Now we're no longer giggling.
If only Sandra had made it. We could have talked to her, too.
I'm sorry we didn't save her.
It's
I didn't
not your
realize
fault.
saving these people would, fuck me over later. I would have tried
Looks like
harder.
we've got a call coming in.
I don't want to talk to anybody.
Welcome to 189.16 The Scream, with me, your host, Forrest Nash.
Hi, Boris. I know this is really out of the blue with everything happening tonight. But I wondered if you could send a special birthday message to my uncle.
I did not try my hardest. Yeah, sure, why
You
not?
know what? I'd welcome a change of pace. I'd be glad
Why
to.
Dracula
Thank
called
you,
you?
Boris. He's my Uncle Ronnie. His first name's Peter, but he never liked his name. But since he always had salt and pepper hair, even as a kid, can you believe it? Folks always called him Pepper.
Thanks for the history lesson. Is there anything besides happy birthday?
I see where this
I'd
is
like to say
going.
that Mr. Pepper. Oh my God, damn it!
Yes! Tell him he can get the best birthday deals and party packages here at Putney's Pizza. Starting at just...
You son of a bitch! Stop calling us.
Sorry, Forrest. Let's just move on. We've already got another caller on the line.
This is 189.16 The Scream. I'm Forrest
I fucking
Nash.
love
You're
that.
on the air, caller. caller.
I like.
Ponty's Pizza always delivers. Come rain or sleet or whistling man, we'll be there.
Forrest? Forrest? Are you okay? Forrest?
I hope the Whistling Man gets him with his own pizza slicer.
Jesus, Forrest?
Sorry, that was too much.
It's okay. It's been a high-stress night. Don't worry about him anymore, okay? Not for tonight, anyway. I think he's spent for now. We've got another call, whenever you're ready.
I like the idea that we're all just getting terrorized by a pizza place.
Folks, don't spend your money at Connie's Pizza. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Moving along, I'd like to welcome another caller to 189.16.
Real
The
killer was
Scream,
the pizza all
with me,
along.
Forrest Nash. Who, may I say, is calling?
Well, hello again, Forrest.
Don.
This is who I thought Virginia
I bet
was.
I know
Okay.
why you're calling. Look, I didn't get the track, but
Never mind that now. First, I'm calling because I need your help.
Are you
are
in
you
danger?
in danger?
I sure am.
Oh.
Do you mean
Yes, he's after me now.
you?
I think so. He must have heard me on the radio helping you.
Helping?
Helping? You didn't exactly help.
Maybe I've been helping more than you know. I was out following a lead, trying to work out who would be next, after Chuck.
And what happened?
And I started to feel like I was being followed. I came back to my apartment building, but this newfangled security system has me locked out. I need you to help me get
What's
inside.
the thing for, shit.
Can a neighbor let you in?
I only moved in last week. I don't know anybody yet. There's not even a buzzer here, only the keypad for the entry code.
We saw a thing for security installs
That code to get
downstairs.
inside.
Which apartment block do you live in? Maybe one
North
of our
something.
listeners
North
lives there
Gate,
too.
North,
It's the new Woodside apartment building between the town hall and the trailer park. But I doubt any of your listeners live there. I don't have many
The fuck?
neighbors.
Sounds like a prime piece of real estate.
The sound really carries at night. Shit.
I'm guessing you're not a dog person.
No, I'm not. It's my neighbor's dog. Boy, I wish he'd muzzle that thing in. Oh. And now he's blasting David Scopo out of his window. This night can't get any. The whistling man. He's coming down the street. I don't think he's seen me yet. Forrest, please. I need your help. I need the code for that security system, or I'm gonna die.
What's the name of the security system?
There's a sticker on the box. It says Starlink
we saw
Security
thing for
4000
for a
keypad,
install.
and it looks like it wants a 6-digit number.
Starling Security 4000, huh?
That's right. Very newly installed. I need the key code before the Whistling Man gets me.
Yeah, of course. Don't worry, Don.
Thank you, Forrest. I knew I could count on you. I'll sit out of sight. Call me back soon.
All right, folks. Here's a little tune for you all to enjoy while I try to break Dawn into her apartment. Coming up for your listening pleasure, it's Caged Tiger with their single, One Last Goodbye.
189.
You were pretty quiet there, Peggy.
Forrest, was it just me, or was there something...
Yeah, it wasn't just you. Something was weird about that.
Yeah. Well, tell you what. We have a Starling 4000 or whatever.
Yeah,
here
I
at
know. I saw
K-Camp.
the delivery report.
Clive bought one for the station. Maybe we can find something to help. Well, I'm not sure who. But to help someone.
I gotta go back to the fucking basement.
Okay, so she's locked out of the Woodside Apartments, and
See if we
somewhere
can save her ass.
Clive
That's the plan.
probably has the papers for the Starling 4000.
Mousetrap still keeping the front door covered. Good. Into the basement filled with creepy music. Into the sub-basement filled with even creepier music. And finally, the sub-basement that's just outright creepy.
Order delivery form.
Ha!
Starling must have left this by accident. This system's not even installed at Woodside.
Nope. Okay. Not the 3 basements. 100% the 3 basements. And I'm mad that this place has 3 fucking basements. I guess this is less of a basement, more of a back alley. Or a hallway, but... You get the point.
Welcome back, Forrest. Find anything?
Nothing by way of key codes.
I see.
Any ideas, Peggy?
Dawn says she's stuck outside the Woodside Apartments with the whistling man nearby. She's locked out because of some new security system.
Yeah, the Starling 4000.
Right. And we had the same security system delivered here. Clive was going to install it, so check the basement. I'd guess that's where Clive would have stuff like that.
Thanks, Peggy.
No problem. Don't take too long.
Oh, okay. There we go. I figured out how to switch stuff to the other hands. Alright, I guess I'm going back to the basement. Alright. Zoom. At a certain point, it's like I kind of wish I had a flashlight. What worries me most about this, and let me walk over here so I can actually show it. KFAM radio station. Client opted for manual installation. Writing Monday before shipment. Delivery number. Like, oh shit.
Starling 4000. User manual. Ah, these codes should come in handy.
Hot damn. It's also very worrisome that this building clearly does not have a security system installed. I'm cracking the code, we're using the overrides. We ain't cracking shit. Oh, we cracking. In our hearts. Peggy, I brought a bunch of paperwork. Also, let's not say it on air, but we do not have a security system installed right now. All right, I'm gonna read through this before I start trying to save this person. Peggy, I hope you like reading. All right. Important. When entering codes and commands, sequential key depresses must be made within 4 or 5 seconds of one another. 4 or 5 seconds elapses without key depressing. The entry will be aborted. That makes it sound like there's a time problem. When you give you 20 numbers in a row, you'll be ready this time. Oh, I absolutely will not. So y'all be best be paying attention if you want this person to survive. Make a mistake while entering code, stop and press star and start over. Stop in the middle while entering code will immediately start entry over. Okay. Please change these codes immediately. The state-of-the-art security system uses a 6-digit code. Simply enter the code into the keypad. Feel total peace of mind. Starling comes with range of features, the default codes, maintenance call code, alarm test deactivation code, entry code. Okay. I think I'm ready.
Welcome back, Forrest. Find anything?
The Starling 4000 security manual. It's got a bunch of codes.
Good. And did you find anything else?
I saw a list of everyone else who bought the Starling 4000. Know who was on there?
Oh my god. Roller Ricky! Do you think we should give him a call? Is that crazy? I don't know what you'd say, but...
That might be a good idea.
Okay, one moment. I got the number here. Patching you through.
Shit.
He probably can't hear it over the music.
Pilates
Forrest,
girl.
I don't know about this. This is super weird.
Just put me through to Don. I'll take care of this one way or another.
Okay, if you say so.
Like Pilates girl,
9-1,
she
whenever you're
threw
ready.
25 numbers at me real fast.
Don, are you there? This is Forrest Nash from 189.16, The Screen.
Oh, thank God you're back. I've been so afraid. What's the code to the gate?
Give the entry
The code is 715914.
Thank you, Forrest.
Is Dawn the killer?
Forrest, what did we do?
I don't know.
Actually, guess we'll find out.
Forrest, there's another call coming in.
Evening, caller. You're live on...
Forrest! The psycho's somewhere in the roller rink, dude. I just saw a shadow. Goddamn, how do you even get in? You've gotta help me, man.
Forrest!
Oh, I just realized what's wrong.
No. Come back. I can't find my rifle, man. I don't want to hurt anybody, but I can't let anything happen to... Maxie! Maxie!
No!
Maxie! He didn't do anything wrong!
Thanks again, Forrest.
Oh, God, poor Ricky.
Okay.
The fuck?
Gallows Creek. Here's some music while we process what just happened.
So, I realized a clue is a clue after the fact. Woodside Apartments. Unable to install. Require new parts. New installation date, 17th of September. It wasn't installed there. She wouldn't have needed the code.
Play a record, Forrest.
I don't want to play a record. I want to cry.
So, the whistling man is a woman?
Yeah, like, to be fair, I was so excited that I found the code. It also explains why...
I know. I can't believe
it. Also explains why there was an alarm code.
You spoke to her multiple times.
There's a woman, she's just out there girl bossing.
I thought she was just regular Gallows Creek Strange.
Really, Forrest? Why do you think she requested that song?
To mess with us?
Yeah, maybe. So, what now?
I guess I should make an announcement.
I'm not
We do
happy
have
about
new
that.
info.
Okay, kill the music and you can make the announcement.
I'm very much not happy about
Okay,
that.
you're live in 3, 2...
Hey folks, this is Forrest Nash here. I hope you're all safely locked inside. For those of you listening to that last call, you might be wondering what to make of it all. Here's our take. We now believe the killer is actually a woman. One who might manipulate you into letting her in before she attacks you. We're neighbors. Look out for each other and stay safe. The killer was calling themselves Dawn. This could be a fake name. If anyone needs help or you have info on the killer, please call in. You folks have my new number, right? It's 911. Hopefully, our next caller can help shed some light on our killer.
Hey, we had a call come in.
Okay, folks, time to take a call. This is Forrest Nash, and you're listening.
Please help me. My name is Casey Moore. I'm at 25 Nancy Drive. My best friend's been stabbed. He's bleeding everywhere. I don't know what to do. Please help me.
Someone's been stabbed? Can you tell me what happened?
We've been out at the reservoir. We were heading back to his place when we heard this whistling all of a sudden.
Down here in Nancy
Freaking
Drive.
out.
Okay.
He screamed at me, told me to hide. I'd never seen him like that, and I just panicked and ran and hid in a bush.
Oh no. Forrest.
Then what happened?
He went up the road and talked to someone. I couldn't really hear or see anything. It sounded like he might have known the person, and they just stabbed him.
Casey, was his attacker the whistling man?
The who? They had a mask and wore all black? That's all I know. Please, we need help here.
I'll get you help, but I need to know.
I don't know.
Where did the masked person go?
I don't know who to trust.
They left him to bleed out. I waited until they were gone.
Well, the ambulance
then dragged him
exploded
into the
like an
garage
hour
and called
ago.
911.
Almost 2 hours ago.
Why didn't she make sure he was dead?
I don't know. I think I heard them say something like, "It's not so funny now, is it?" Before they left, but please.
Yeah, the gas
To
station.
get to the hospital.
With,
I can't drive, so we need an ambulance.
Chuck Brody.
Forrest, the ambulance was destroyed in the explosion at the gas station. You should get all the info you can.
Can you tell us where your friend was stabbed?
I believe I missed that.
And then stabbed him again in his leg when he was on the ground, and it's... Oh, the knife is still there in his leg.
What's your friend's name, Casey?
It's Jason Parker.
We'll be right back. Peggy, patch us through to the hospital.
On it. Phoning St. Gabriel's now. Switch to line 2.
Hello, St. Gabriel's Hospital. How can I help you?
Hi, this is Forrest Nash from 189.16. We have a stab victim at 25 Nancy Drive named Jason Parker. He's been stabbed in the stomach and the leg. He's bleeding.
I have to put the call
heavily.
sign out there.
Oh
like
God, I'm sorry. With the ambulances, well, you know.
I know, but
it
please,
exploded.
We need something, or he's going to die.
Forrest, listen. You're going to have to get him here. We need to see him, and we can't.
Why do
ourselves
I
right
have
now.
to get him here?
We don't have any way to drive him right now. And even if we did, he's bleeding out fast.
All right, listen. We need to buy him time to get here. That means stopping the blood first, and then finding someone to stabilize him. To stabilize him, you really need someone with first aid training. Do either of you have any?
No.
Me neither.
Damn it.
Nope.
I'm really sorry about this.
I just know
but
not
have
to pull
other
the knife
patients who
out.
Can't wait. All I can do is talk you through the procedure as quick as I can, and then leave the rest to you. You think you can handle that?
No, not at all. We don't have
really
much
have
choice.
Choice. Hit me.
Okay.
All right, everybody pay
At the top.
attention.
If he's bleeding out, then you need to get him comfortable and try to stem the bleeding. Lay him down.
All
Apply
right, lay down.
continuous pressure
Pressure.
directly to the affected areas. When the bleeding slows, get a clean cloth of some kind and hold it over the wounds.
Get them comfortable. Apply pressure. Clean cloths when slowed.
Okay.
Got it. I think.
You said he was stabbed, right? If the object he was stabbed with is still in him, don't take it out.
Told you.
It's stopping the worst of the bleeding right now. If anything, you
At a
should
certain
secure
point,
it
a knife
so it
is a
stays
plug.
where it is.
I wouldn't have thought of that. It makes sense, though. God, that was a lot of info. But I think we can handle this.
Glad you got it so far, because there's more to go.
Jesus Christ.
I'm still
Keep
with
going.
you, Doc. What else do we need to know?
If he's lost a lot of blood, he may enter shock. If
Okay.
he does, act fast. If
Keep
you
him
apply a
warm.
cloth and it's bleeding through, don't remove it. Just apply another on top of it.
Okay, double up the cloth.
If it's safe, elevate his legs to get blood circulating to his vital organs.
Okay.
Try to keep him warm. Get him to rest and reassure him. We need the patient to stay calm.
Okay.
All right. Don't replace bandages. Elevate his legs. Keep him warm and calm. This is a lot.
I'm really sorry. That's as much as I can give you right now. Try to stop the bleeding. Find someone to get him stabilized, and get him here as quick as you can. Good luck.
All right, Forrest. Casey's still on line 1.
All right.
Hello? Hello? Forrest, are you there?
I'm here. How is Jason doing?
Badly. He's still bleeding. I need help. I've been putting pressure on his stomach wound since you left, but he's still bleeding. I don't know what to do.
That's good, Casey. The nurse said to do that.
What about the knife in his leg? It's gotta be hell. Should I pull it out?
Don't touch
no,
the knife.
don't touch the knife. The bleeding will get worse if you pull it out.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop making suggestions.
No, don't worry, Casey. We're a team here. We're all going to get Jason through this. Casey, is his leg wound bleeding right now?
I hate looking at that knife. Yeah. It's bleeding. His stomach is worse, though.
Okay. Always pull things out. No, never pull out. Wait. Leave
All
the
right.
knife alone.
I think we need to leave that knife alone.
All right. I'll just keep putting pressure on his stomach for now.
Yes.
Forrest, can I have a word?
Now isn't the best time, Peggy. Can it wait?
Forrest, it's kind of important.
All right. Give me a second. Casey, I'm going to have a quick word with Peggy. Keep putting that pressure on and let us know when the bleeding is under control. You're doing great.
But what if something happens?
We'll still be here. Just shout if you
No.
need anything, and we'll be there. I promise.
Okay.
Ma-
I'll wait.
Ma'am, I
Jason?
went to
please
school
be
for
okay.
communications. I don't know what to tell you. Okay.
What's up, Peggy?
We can't stay on the line with her all night. Dawn is still out there. What if other people need us?
You're right.
Are we getting other calls?
She's probably on her way to her next target right now.
Exactly. And you heard the nurse. We need someone there with training who can stabilize him. He's got to get to the hospital somehow.
Could somebody nearby help them? Maybe drive them to the hospital?
You know, that's exactly what I was wondering.
Do you have anybody in mind?
I might. A little before you started working here, KFAM did a mandatory first aid training course. Me and Karen missed it because we were away on a producer getaway.
You skipped it, didn't you? Never mind. So, how does KFAM's first aid course help us?
Casey said they're at 25 Nancy Drive, right?
Yeah? Why?
They put up a bunch of cheap houses around there about 10 years ago. So a bunch of people here at the station live around there.
Do you think any of them could help Casey and Jason?
Probably, but I don't know who lives there. And since I missed the training day, I don't know who knows first aid.
Could you call them and ask?
I don't know everybody's numbers. I've only ever called Karen. Everybody's personnel info is probably in Reggie's office.
Got it. I'll look through their files in Reggie's office. It's a life or death situation. I'm sure they won't mind.
Right. But there are a couple of problems with that.
Naturally.
It's sensitive information, so Reggie probably locked it in his safe.
Great. Do you have any idea what the combo for the safe could be?
Not a clue. Reggie's a serial note taker, though. Maybe something in his office will give it away.
Alright.
Right.
As you can tell by my jittering, I have to use the bathroom again. So I will be right back. Enjoy the clips in my absence. You know what I mean. Oh my god, Secret. I'm teasing the hell out of it, and y'all are going to be so disappointed. Because it's not that impressive. But Secret things are right here, right off camera. I'm touching it, and you can't see it. Price too high for it. I look good with short hair, especially when I can, like, comb it and shit. Y'all are missing out on that. Get to blush. Excuse me while I cry. But I am putting an end to this, y'all. Oh, there's the egg. I'm going for it. You know what? I got the egg.
We got company!
What the fuck? I better have this goddamn egg in my inventory. I remember it's like 3/5 to 1/4. Enter the fraction. I refuse. How dare you try to make me do math? Y mx plus b plus b. Everything's horrible.
Stop being a bitch and come on.
Hold on. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connected with someone like that. Being able to provide to Natsuki proved to... Okay. You know what? Shit. I'm so lightheaded all of a sudden. What are you accusing me of, Moth? One of my clips. Oh. Wait, what clip? Oh. Yeah, when I had the new camera over here and I was like, okay. Yeah, no. I mean, it's just one more row. Can't be that bad of an idea. It's just one more row. It ain't gonna take that long. Go ahead and do it. Just one more. One more row ain't never hurt anybody. Go ahead, Moth. Just one more row. It's not gonna take long.
There is something else.
I'm not gonna like this, am I?
Have you ever heard the future is floppy?
Peggy, what the hell are you talking about?
I'm talking about floppy disks. Floppy disks are like these futuristic things that have information on them.
Ooh.
You put them in a computer and they do something.
It's the 80s, in case
Peggy,
you forgot.
I know what a floppy disk is.
Anyway, Reggie decided that the future is floppy and started phasing out our physical records and replacing them with these
The future
floppy
is
disks.
floppy.
I imagine it's the same for our personnel files.
That's good to know. Since we haven't heard anything from Casey, I'm guessing Jason's okay for now. I'll check out Reggie's office and see what I can find.
You'll need a key for that. I'll just slide it under my door now.
Thanks, Peggy. I'll just have to look around.
Oh, God damn it. There's one more basket, then we'll go.
Good. I'll patch my mic down to the office, so you'll hear me over the intercom.
Come on, just want to make one more in. Okay, fuck it. Hey, hold up. Unlock all the doors in the station. It's not like up here, is it? It's downstairs, I believe. It's producer's room.
I'm not getting in there tonight.
No idea. I was so confused. They were being sarcastic. Those 80s serial killer vibes. Yeah, I forgot it was 1987 too. You actually, when I was doing the board, like trying to figure out who was going to be the next victim. Certified resident Scott. All right, so he's certified. Clive, if you're reading this, stop stealing my post-it notes. Ask Jeannie where those tapes are. It's been weeks now. It's overdue. Chalupacabra, Taste of Mexico. Oh my God. It's all gray outside.
Looks like I need a 4-digit code.
X forever. Right, pitch document. Hint, very important date. $13.08.
Nope, that's not working. Must be something else.
Oh, 829. 829.
Nope, that's not working. Must be something else.
Holiday 82. That does not have a date. That doesn't have a date. Insert floppy disk. Let me see. Hey. Oh, I love that
This
sound.
be it?
Deep cuts. Top secret. Pizza delivery killer who kills with a pizza cutter. A free slice on me. Terrifyingly, there is never any pizza. What happened to the original delivery guy? Maybe write him in as final girl's boyfriend? Protagonist is a college student, Megan, surname to follow. She's smart, beautiful, resourceful, and lactose intolerant. Amplifies the divide between her and the pizza killer. Takes place on 11/7, a very important date for the town. Great goose gathering. Event where a large number of geese appear suddenly and save the town from starvation. Try to link this into the greater story. We need to kill off Megan's support network throughout the movie, like Act 3, but even scarier. Shame it's not Megan with an H. See, so, do you like, it doesn't happen to me often, I get it occasionally, but do y'all like or dislike when characters in media have your name? It happens, so abnormally with me that I don't really mind one way or the other. But, maybe partner a Ponti's Pizza for the launch. 110 orders, receive a pizza, tickets to the movie. Well, it's spelled like mine, too. Yeah, actually, we are split right down the middle in chat. Yeah, I'm kind of indifferent to it. Because it happens so infrequently for me.
Nope, that's not working. Must be something else.
Nice! God damn it. Carter Bradley. Alright. I do want to see that movie, though, with the pizza killer. I'm not gonna lie, I would watch that. Though if mine is spelled right, I like it. Her food critic, 31 Axdown Lane. When I hire Brad to station's food critic, we only have 3 takeout places. Something. And missing our first aid training. Alright, so Brad, no good. Spelled so many ways, it's ridiculous. Yeah, there's certain names where there's 50,000 ways to spell them. And people get real heated if it's not the way they particularly spell it.
Hey, Peggy. I think Reggie's on to you and Karen. Maybe don't bring those little drink umbrellas into work for a while.
What? Why are you reading my file? You need to find someone who can help Casey. We already know I can't.
Another week event just for returning
Right, I'm sorry.
cocktail.
I need to
Just
focus on
grow
possible
every
candidates.
session
I can read the rest of this later.
at a bar. Sometimes I wonder if Peggy secretly wants her own show. She hasn't been shy about getting involved in the calls on the screen. Sometimes it feels as though Forrest could just leave for a coffee mid-call and nobody would know. I've never seen somebody gel with everybody as quickly as Peggy has. Her, Karen, and Barbara have really become a little family already. Maybe we need to run the station on girl power. Hopefully it's cheaper than electric. Interesting. I don't get heated, but if it is, I'm like, hey, fuck is this, notes? Yeah, we're looking through personnel files to try to figure out who's first aid certified. And I'm honestly, I forgot that I can look and see who's, I know I'm not. So it's kind of pointless for me to look into these, but I also want to read my own file.
Apparently, I'm a lone wolf type.
Forrest, what are you doing? We don't have time for this. We have a man literally dying.
Address, come on in, Romero Street.
You're right, I'm sorry. I need to focus on
He's
possible
just currently
candidates.
black. I
really
can't believe
should
we
have
actually
both.
got
We're
the
in a
Force
hurry.
Nash here in Gallows Creek. His motivation may be low. His demands are a bit beyond our means, but he's currently blacklisted from any reputable station, but honestly, we don't have a reputation to lose. Forrest isn't really integrating with the team, seems to have his lone wolf thing going on. Heard him call Jeannie, Janine, and Brenda in his first week. Hopefully that changes when he gets settled. I've paired Forrest with Peggy for his show. They seem to have developed a relationship of sorts pretty quickly, which is good because we don't have the show budget to pair him with Karen. Also, can you tell I actively have not remembered what button does what? Oh yes, the floppies of the future. Yes. Alien sightings, number 75. UFO over park. Huh. Huh. That sounds fucking lame. John Hedges, newsreader. John refused to engage with the first aid trainer during the course. I know he was a war medic. And he lives on Nancy Drive. This is our dude. It's a policy to send everybody, regardless. Apparently has a bunch of medical equipment in his home he procured from the military. Oh, this is our dude. Spoke to John again about eating the free samples that Brad gets sent for his reviews. He said he'd stop, but he said the last 3 times too. Is it un-American to reprimand a war vet? All right. Peggy. Where's the intercom in this room? There it is. Peggy.
Hey, Peggy, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Did you find what we need?
I think I know who our best bet is to help Casey and Jason.
All right, good work. Who should I...
Hello? Is anybody there? Please pick up.
Casey, I'm here. What's wrong?
Jason started going pale. I tried to get him to rest, but he just threw up everywhere. What's happening? What do I do?
He's going into shock.
God, it sounds like he's going into shock. Casey, just stay calm. It's going to be okay.
But the bleeding seems to slow down. Did I mess up? Jason, I'm sorry.
Casey, calm down. You've done everything right. I need you to listen to me, okay? For Jason.
What did the nurse say to do about shock?
All right. Elevate
Casey,
his legs.
I need you to elevate Jason's legs. We need to get the blood flowing to his vital organs.
Got it. Jason, stay with me. I'm just gonna move you. This might hurt. Okay. I propped his legs up on some boxes.
Good,
I'm
good.
looking at my notes. We need to get Jason as warm and comfortable as possible.
Yes.
Do you have anything you could use nearby, Casey?
Set him on fire.
Yeah. I still have some laundry next to me. I'll wrap him in some blankets. Just give me a second.
He'll be warm for the rest of his life if we set him on fire.
Sorry. Sorry. I'm done.
For legal reasons, this is not medical advice.
Relax now, okay? Oh, I'm scared. He's not doing well. Is he gonna...
Casey, I need you to be strong for Jason. Sit with him and reassure him that everything's going to be okay. Okay?
Okay. Please. I can't give him what he needs. Please sit down. I can't lose him.
Well, I was about to send help, and then you were like, we need to talk.
Jason doesn't sound like he's doing too well. You said you knew who to call earlier? Who was it?
Oh, I can't remember his name. John.
We need to call John Hedges. He lives on Nancy Drive. He didn't really participate in the first aid training, but he's a former war medic. He's probably the most trained person we have.
Really? I never really spoke to him before. A war medic, huh?
Yeah, and according to Reggie's notes, John keeps all of his old equipment at his house. He's something of a hoarder.
All right. What's his number?
542.
I was so worried it was going to make me repeat,
0735.
type out the numbers. I'm
Let's
stupid.
Who the hell is this calling me? What time is it?
John, it's Forrest Nash here at KFAM. We have an emergency and we need your help.
Forrest? If this is a work emergency, then it can wait until the goddamn morning. Just leave me in
John, no, this is a medical emergency. A man has been stabbed by the Whistling Man, or never mind. He's badly hurt, and he's going to die unless we get someone to him now.
The Whistling Man? What kind of joke is this?
John, we're
Why
not
does this sound like somebody who's hiding from the
gonna die
FBI?
if we don't help him right now.
I was Hold on.
I haven't been called on for over 10 years. Where's the patient?
Like,
what's his condition?
He's at 25
I
minutes.
never
of drop.
really knew what
I think
to do
we got his
about
friend
this.
to stem the bleeding,
Like,
but
it's
he's
like a
gone into
witness
shock.
interview
He's
statement.
passed out right now.
You say he was stabbed? Do you know the extent of his injuries?
From what we were told, he has 2 major stab wounds. One to the stomach and one to the leg. The knife is still in his leg, and the stomach wound is open.
Understood. Let me grab a few supplies and I'll head right over. Damned if he dies on my watch.
Thank you, John.
Hey!
We'll let him know you're on your way.
Somebody else didn't die.
Hello, Casey. Are
Although
you
we
there?
couldn't save Max.
How are we doing?
Dad, Jason seemed really weak and then just started thrashing.
What about now? Is he still thrashing?
He's passed out. Please tell me you found someone to help.
Casey, help is on the way. My colleague will be there soon.
You hear that, Jason? Someone is coming. You're gonna be just fine. Just hold on for me, okay? Just hold on.
Come on.
Hello, Casey. This is John Hedges. I'm here about Jason. Please let me in. I'm guessing that's Jason there. Casey, I'm gonna need your help. Forrest, Peggy, don't you two worry. We've got this from here.
Hey!
Forrest, we'll call you back later. I have to go now.
Good luck, everyone. God, I hope he's gonna be all right.
What does Casey kill John?
And with
mean,
that, the show moves on.
That would be
We're sending our best wishes to Jason.
I'm not sure how I'd feel about that. Because that would be...
Well, after all that excitement, I think we could use some music.
Come back upstairs when you're ready.
So, I want to believe the X-Files motherfucker. Alright. Personnel fire, lush and kill him. Alright, just for safe measure. Right, Barbara. Okay. There we go. I've distributed all of the personnel files to the floor, where they're supposed to be. Anything else in this? Fuck your magazine. I'm stealing your pen. Wait. I like how there's a
record on.
I like how there's a dedicated throw button. Alright, I'm going to put your post-it notes in the garbage, or on the floor, I guess. And... there we go. All in a day's work. They do touch fairly well. I do like how this game gave me the ability... Ugh. Oof. I had Chinese food for dinner. So that little, like...
Come on, Forrest. Put some music on already.
Goddamn, Peggy, calm the fuck down. Alright. You wanted a record on so bad, you could have come out here and put a record on.
I know him. You love him. This is Roddy Snatcher with his new single, Final Breath.
It's getting pretty late. This might be your last break for the night, so try to
Beef and
enjoy.
broccoli,
Give me a
fried
buzz when you wanna
dumplings,
go back on
and
there.
egg roll. With pork fried rice. But like that little like belch, like taste it like egg roll. Like I still have my fortune cookie right here. Like, tell me, a pork fried this rice? It was pretty good. The egg rolls were weird. Like they were real short. I had to. Jack gave in to the intrusive thoughts. The beef and broccoli was kind of alright.
Let's roll.
You got it. We've got another call coming through, too. When you're ready, shut the music off. Oh, we have another call coming in, but hang on.
What's up, Peggy?
Crag rang this goon.
Peggy?
You're gonna want to take this call off the air.
Who is it?
Just do it.
All right, folks, it's time for another track. Here's one to help you sit back and relax. We'll be right back after this.
189.6.
Hope you enjoy this one as much as I do. I hope this is good news, Peggy. Who have we got?
Find out for yourself on line 1.
Don't play coy with me, Peggy.
Hello?
Forrest, I'm glad I got back through.
Leslie.
Sounds like it's been a busy night, huh?
Surprise!
I've gotten so many
It's
people murdered.
Leslie, our 911 operator.
And unfortunately,
Leading
a dog
charge from
lost
Henderson to come
life.
save us. It's so good to hear
Never
from
forget
you.
Max.
Are you okay?
I am. I'm driving back with an officer from Henderson now.
I'm sorry,
We got
an
back
officer?
into radio range a little while
Lone
ago.
single officer?
We've been listening in, but haven't been able to get through until now.
Ever since you found Sheriff Matthews, it's only gotten worse. It's been a long night.
Well, it shouldn't be too much longer now. I'm glad I got through to you. I wanted to let you all know what's going on. I made it to Henderson. Turns out somebody had cut the phone lines, and they had no idea what was happening.
Makes
After
sense.
I told them, well, their sheriff sent a goddamn squad back with me to stop this.
That's great news. That's crazy about the phone lines, though. Do you think the Whistling Man cut them?
More
I'm
likely.
guessing so. I don't know how the Whistling Man did it. But that doesn't matter right
Whistling person.
now. Listen, we're coming in hot, but we need your help. I know Gallows Creek isn't a big town, but if we don't know where the Whistling Man is, we can't get him. Her. That's where you come in.
Haven't we helped enough?
You can count on us. What do you need?
It might be a long shot, but here goes. The Whistling Man already called up a few times. I bet she calls again. We're still a little ways out of town, so if she calls, stall her. Buy as much time as you can for us to get in. And while you're talking to her, try to figure out where she is. We'll be listening in, so once her location is known, we'll head straight there and end this nightmare.
I should have oh my god. I'm sorry. I literally just made a revelation on this. If Dawn was trying to get into the Woodside Apartments, we wouldn't have been able to hear the train. But because they were actually at the roller disco, we heard the train. I even thought it was bizarre that they made it a point to tell us how loud it was.
I'll do my best.
I know you will. Heck, I can see the headlines now. Forrest Nash's interview of a lifetime.
That is a really good detail.
Anyway, I'll radio
This
the other
game's real
cars and tell them
clever.
the plan is a
Like,
go.
it's really clever.
Hopefully the next time I see you, it'll be with our killer behind bars.
I do think after I'm finished playing it, like,
We'll see you
on
soon, Leslie.
stream, I do plan on going back and
God,
replaying this
it
again
sounds
and
like
trying
this
to
is
do
almost
better.
over. We're nearly through this.
I hope you're right. The sooner this is over, the better.
Too bad we're not
And
Sherlock
right.
Holmes.
Trust me.
Sherlock has nothing on
Anyway,
this hoop
we
game.
should get you back on air. Taking callers is the only way to see this through.
Do it again for sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
Forrest, shut the music off.
There's
Bringing you back live now.
Welcome back to The Scream with me,
kind of want to play
Forrest
this now. I
Nash.
highly recommend
The
it.
line is
Like, to
lit
be
up,
fair,
but before I get to
it
our
plays
next
real
caller,
well.
I just want to say, things are looking up.
I'm not sure how
It's
visible it is
almost
depending
over.
on how you're
But for
watching this,
now,
but at the bottom
let's
corner,
bring in our next caller.
like, you can see it, like, it's been at a solid, like, 60 frames the entire time I've been playing it. Like, granted, I have pretty
Evening,
powerful
caller.
hardware,
This
but...
is Forrest Nash.
Hello, Forrest. This is John Hedges. I'm here with Casey.
Hey,
I'll
John.
give you an update on Jason.
John, is he going to be okay?
Thank you for
He's
calling
a
in.
fighter. He'll be fine. Got him stabilized and resting in a preparing to move him to the hospital.
Thank you so much. If you hadn't been there, then... God, I don't even want to think about what would have happened.
Of course, Casey. We're just happy he's okay.
John, Casey, you two did all the work. Tell Jason to get well soon from us, whenever he's up for it.
Well, why don't you tell him yourself?
Is this Forrest?
Jason Parker survived the whistling man. Jason!
We meet at last.
It's good to hear you, Jason. How are you?
Oh, well, you know. I've got a hole in my stomach.
Well, you know.
And there's a knife in my leg.
I've been
John
stabbed.
gave me something to take the edge off. So, I might feel even better than either of you.
Take it easy until you get to St. Gabriel's.
I will.
Oh, I'm on a hot streak right now.
Before that, I needed to call you. I'm guessing the whistling man is still out there?
Yep. As far as we know, anyway.
I was worried you'd say that. God damn it.
Actually, I'm glad you called. I wanted to talk to you about what happened earlier.
Go for it.
Casey said when you were attacked,
I mean, to be fair,
your
to throw
assailant
things
said
is
something
real good.
like, "It's not so funny now." Do you know what they meant?
I do. And I've heard that voice every day in my head for almost 20 years.
Every day. Does the killer live in Gallows Creek?
No. Not exactly.
Hey, guys, I'm really sorry, but there's a call on the other line.
Unlocked.
I just need to make sure we don't have another situation brewing. You fill Jason in on what happened. I'll be right back.
Forrest, have you ever heard of somebody called George Barrow?
The boy who drowned?
Sounds like everything's finally coming out now. It's been tough.
How's that last row going for you, Moth?
Sounds like you've been holding back about something awful, Jason.
I'm part of the reason my best friend is dead, Forrest. And the few who knew about it said if I ever said anything, I'd find myself in jail.
Huh?
For a long time. It was hell. And then the town just moved on. Like he'd never existed.
Who killed George?
Who killed George that night?
Some of the guys on the football team had an idea for a way we could haze the newcomers.
I knew it was I didn't know it was a football team.
Decided to plan a party in the woods.
I still think the dude running for mayor, this dude.
Crashing. It was stupid.
This dude has something to
Each
do
had
with
a role. I was the staff.
Not even
friend.
halfway.
At the party that night,
Uh-huh.
I left the group for a second. Met our whistling man. Pretended to get stabbed in front of everyone. Started an almighty panic. Those screams.
Jagbu pushing Moth to go faster.
That was the last time I saw or heard George alive.
How did George die, Jason?
I don't know. I was playing dead. But when I heard her scream...
Her?
Yeah. George's girl.
Do you remember who she was?
Dawn.
Yeah. He called her Bean. I heard her again tonight, Forrest.
Thank you.
Her name was...
What? What happened? Are we still on air?
No, we're not.
Name was
Power is completely gone.
How do we get it back on?
We can use the emergency generator.
Marie Campbell.
Reggie picked it up a while ago.
I know who it is. It's Marie Campbell.
An emergency broadcast?
Nuclear war, alien attack, broadcasting a serial killer's location to the cops so we can end this nightmare.
Fair point.
It's in the storage area in the far back corner, up on the wall. You might have spotted it earlier when you were digging around for all those tapes. It'll have a big red button. Just press that.
Oh yeah, I can barely hear it in my headphones. Like, oh, this is going to be Chucky. How would... Right, down to so many basements. Oh, God, I thought that was a fucking person.
Huh. Far back corner. Why is this station so big?
Why ain't I got a flashlight? What kind of first-person shooter is this? Let's be real, it's probably in this fucking corner here.
That must be it. Boom! We've got power. The whistling man. I need to warn Peggy.
Fuck. Fuck Peggy. I'm worried about me. Peggy's locked in a room. I'm just out here fucking being stupid.
Peggy, are you there? Are you... Peggy! I need to get back upstairs.
There also isn't like a run button or nothing. Like, I'm just kind of left on my own. Is there a run button? Hold on. There's not a run button. So anxious now. Oh yeah, no, I got a feeling this is...
What the hell?
The fuck was that? I'm like cutting corners. The door's open.
Oh no. Peggy! Where'd you go?
Oh shit!
No way. This can't be happening. A call. Did Dawn press the Peggy button? Did she want me to hit it on my end?
Happy birthday, Peg. You're great and 8. Love, M. Hold up a second. There are a lot of buttons here. You gotta give me a second. I'm not used to being on this side of the panel. Also, hold up. What was taped on the back of that speaker? Oh, that might just... Okay, never mind. I think that's just part of the speaker. I'm looking around. I haven't been allowed in here the whole game. Hold on. You'll wait your goddamn turn. Peggy's sitting here reading magazines and shit. While I'm out there trying to make people survive.
Where's Peggy, Dawn?
Have some patience, Forrest. It's almost the end of the night. Almost the end of the show. But it's not over just yet.
Girl needs to decompress.
Still.
Yeah.
So let's make the most of it.
I think Dawn is part of... Or I think Peggy's part of it.
What do you mean? Make the most of it how?
Well...
Huh?
I thought we'd end tonight's Whistling Man special with a special guest. The one who started it all. Let me take that out of your mouth and...
You crazy bitch!
Teddy.
Let me go!
Welcome to the air, Mr.
Holy shit, I called it.
Gallows Jr.
Wait.
I called it.
Not tonight, Teddy. Your daddy and his money saved you 20 years ago. But even if you crawled out of his coffin with all the money in the world.
I can see the fucking
Wait,
future.
Where the hell is Teddy?
Time is
How
my
are you
bitch.
talking to him if you're here with me?
Because I'm not there with you, Forrest. I'm here with Teddy. And if he says where that is, well, he knows he'll get it.
Teddy's the one running for mayor. That's Peggy.
Wait, then who am I looking at?
Forrest Nash, let me introduce you. And all
Dawn is Marie. Peggy is...
to my boy, Henry Barrow.
Hi, Henry.
Hi, Henry. Nice to meet you.
Don't mind him. He's just shy.
So there were 2 whistling men tonight.
Henry seems nice.
Of course. That explains how you were always able to get around town so quickly.
Hang on. Did you say Barrow? Then are you?
Let me just get this mask off.
Happy birthday, Peg. Love, M.
Damn uncomfortable thing. No wonder Mooney went crazy wearing this. There we go.
Marie Campbell?
Yeah, no, I already
George's old girl.
already called that one.
Well, it sure has been years since I last
I've called so many
saw-
things so far.
God
Like I
damn
said,
it.
I can see into forever and time is my bitch. I don't know.
Where are you going with all of this?
Everyone's gonna know now what Teddy did.
Yeah.
He killed George that night. This night. 20 years ago.
Listen to me. You...
You're gonna talk when I talk to you. And not a moment before.
Sorry, Mommy.
Forrest, I'm gonna give you the chance to talk. You're gonna help
I'm not
me
wrong.
reveal
That's
what
the energy
really
that
happened
had.
to George all those years ago.
Why should I help you?
Mommy,
Why
sorry.
should I play
Mommy,
any
sorry.
part in this?
Because I think you believe in justice.
You think this is justice?
You have no goddamn idea, Forrest.
No, not really.
These people you've been trying to save, they were all in on it. They all knew George was murdered, but...
Murdered? Listen,
I said you speak when you're spoken to. Now, I know you've done some good work tonight in piecing together what happened to George 20 years ago. And that's why I want you to interview us.
If you say so, I'm not really in a position to argue.
I'm not wrong. That's what that sounded like, okay? I am not wrong. That's what that sounded like.
You might be the only one to leave here alive.
I need to drag this out. If I can buy Leslie time to get back to Gallows Creek, and if I can find out where Marie is, then this
The flipping
can
up the
end.
couch bit was weird.
Teddy, we'll start with you. Just, talk me through what happened that night. How did it start?
how would I know? It was 20 years ago.
That's what I figure, but like I don't think it was really in the way.
Teddy, be honest with me or we're both going to die.
Honest? Forrest, I'm trapped here with a psycho. Ow. What the hell? God damn it. Okay. Our first team party was coming up. And when I saw the date it was scheduled for, I had an idea for a way we could prank the new guys.
What made that night special?
That was the night Mooney went missing. We couldn't pass it up. I was just surprised.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. If that ain't Peggy, where is Peggy?
Wait.
Is Peggy dead?
You mean this was the first whistling night?
Keep talking, Teddy.
We went up near Whistling Point. God, who was there? Me, Jason, and George, of course. But George didn't come alone. brought Marie. About midway through the night, we put the prank into action.
We looked up at the trees and saw Jason there, bloody, like he'd just been stabbed. And the whistling man. Screaming. George and I and Ricky, we got left behind.
Wait. Ricky was there? Roller Ricky?
He was. And he was in on the whole thing.
Is that true, Teddy? Did you tell him?
What? No, he...
You two were as close as anybody. I don't believe for a second you didn't tell him. If Ricky had told us, if he just told us, he and George would both be alive still.
Well, if Ricky weren't dead, we could have heard his side of the story.
It was just a stupid prank.
Hit him again, Marie.
God damn it!
You made George think Jason had been murdered. He thought his best friend was
Had to write
dead.
that in real quick.
And so tonight you stabbed him for real?
It's the role he wanted to
No, I had to
play.
write a time code for something.
Jason's still alive, Marie. He was with a friend. We talked her through how to stop the bleeding and got him professional help just in time.
Oh. Well, shame he didn't have the good sense to die earlier. He's gonna regret that. Enough about him. Me and George took off running, but somehow we got separated in the woods. I ended up near the bottom of Whistling Point, and when I noticed George wasn't with me, I panicked. And then, I don't know how he snuck up on me, but the Whistling Man grabs me. I scream, and he starts laughing, telling me it's just a joke.
I could stall for time here. How did you feel in that moment?
I felt like nothing was real.
Okay.
I felt small,
Yeah. There we go.
confused, and
Who was under the mask, Marie? Who was the Whistling Man?
it was Chuck. Chuck Brody. Laughing away. But then he stops.
And I feel like I did a good job by not shaving most people.
What was he looking at? Teddy, what happened next?
Nothing. I mean, it was just...
Teddy?
George fell off Whistling Point.
Where were you when it happened?
You pushed him. You were up there. You were dressed as the Whistling Man too, and
I didn't push him, god damn it! I just chased him up there and he kept backing up. When I saw he was about to go over, I reached out. That's what you saw.
you liar.
It's not my fault. He didn't know it was a joke. If he'd had any brains, he would have realized.
Way to victim blame.
Ugh, you bitch.
Like a politician.
No one's going to believe this. After all you did.
Even if you didn't push him, you still chased him to his death.
I can't be blamed for someone not getting a joke. Ugh.
I think Marie would disagree. But if you really felt that way, why the cover-up?
My future was at stake, Nash. You know what it's like. People like us are bred for bigger things. I'm going to be the mayor of this town, Forrest. And then governor. And then, who knows? What happened that night was tragic. It should never have happened. But it was a mistake. It was just a stupid joke gone wrong. So my father sent Clive out to clean it up.
Okay, so Clive was the Gallows family fixer.
My future.
George was a blip?
He wasn't a blip, Marie.
His father covered it up from there. I searched for George's body all night, but
You never found his body, Marie?
I looked all night. Jogger found him the next morning, washed up on the river. Instead of telling the truth, she lied. She said she found him in the reservoir.
Our jazz runner, Sandra Sharp.
Wait.
Guess we'll never learn why she lied now.
Everyone was in on it, Forrest. Even the coroner wrote a fake report. Said George was drinking. That he just got himself into trouble. And
that's the one that's really a big mystery. Like, why?
For all it's worth, Virginia didn't have much of a choice. She had a sick sister whose treatments she couldn't afford.
Why did the Jogger...
She played along with the Gallows to save her
Like, the
sister's
Jogger one,
life.
I feel like it's probably the same as Virginia,
own.
but, like, I'm very interested to figure that
she should
out.
have told the truth. I did my part. I tried everything I could think of. I even went to the newspaper, but no. That coward killed the story. But Maurice Russell
That's
is
why
dead
the...
now.
Okay.
When will the killing end, Marie?
That explains the newspaper guy that I got killed.
Does it end?
You can't kill the world. This has to stop sometime.
It has to. It never should have started. He shouldn't have pushed my George off the cliff. He should have been punished. He's coming to a stop. At least for now. Here, where George and I first met, before he joined the football team, was right after he shot the winning throw.
Wait a sec.
School gym. Shot the winning throw.
You're at Gallows Creek High, in the gymnasium.
That's right, Forrest. Not that it matters, but yes.
I don't like it. This one started walking around the... Well, I had to answer that.
Wraps up the interview.
Oh, fuck.
So...
I shaved the politician.
Marie? Where?
Peggy!
Teddy?
You gotta help me.
Quiet.
Why is Peggy at the...
Talk more later.
At the gymnasium?
I have to talk to someone who mattered more than you ever did. Peggy. It's been so long since I've seen your face. I worried you wouldn't come.
Marie! Oh my god. I thought you...
And here I was, thinking you'd forgot me.
And they were
forget
lovers.
my own sister.
They were roommates?
Will someone please explain to me what's happening?
Dun dun dun.
Peggy?
Earlier, while you were speaking to Jason, I got a call. Do you remember?
No, you get a lot of calls and I don't keep track of them.
It was from Dawn. She said that my sister Marie was there that night George died, and that I should come to the gym for a reunion.
And when you walked in, you found out.
That my sister is the Whistling Man.
Good to see you too, Peggy.
Why didn't you tell me any of this?
She said that it was my last chance to see my sister. I knew if I told you, you'd try to stop me or come with me.
Love
when
the
we
character
knew on
design.
the radio.
Like, sitting there
And I just-
staring at it. It is real good looking. Wow.
You should have said something. You should have told me.
I know, okay? I should have. But I didn't imagine this situation then, so just... What happened to you, Marie? You just disappeared one day.
Disappeared? I was thrown out, Peggy. I begged Mom and Dad to do something about what happened that night, but did they care? No, they told me to stay quiet. They only cared when they learned I'd been with George, and
Marie, I'm so sorry. I never knew.
it's not your fault. Really, it's Mom and Dad I should be seeing right now. But
You gonna kill Peggy?
gone, well, I'll have to settle for the next best thing.
Wait. Is that why you went after that kid in the maze? Eugene
Yeah, I don't
Stein?
understand how he fits into it, so I
Because
want
his
to know.
parents?
That's right.
Oh.
Eugene's parents were there
Oh.
too. They got themselves killed in a bus accident. And since only their child was left,
Marie, please.
Mom and Dad are gone, Peggy. Besides, you forgot me. Just like the rest. You forgot.
Marie, Peggy never forgot about you.
Keep your mouth shut.
She kept a card from you. She kept it here on her desk.
What card?
The card you made me for my 8th birthday.
Look.
What does it say then?
Happy birthday, Peg. Now you're great and 8. Love, M.
Look at it. Look at it.
Henry! Get out of there!
Peggy!
We have 2 wounded, and we're in pursuit of the suspect.
Kansas police! Freeze!
Forrest!
Leslie, how's Peggy?
She's been cut pretty bad, but we're here now.
I'll be okay. God, Marie!
Hey, officer! I need you to look after Peggy. She needs help. Now, we got here just in the
I
nick
saved
of time.
Peggy.
Where's Marie?
She bolted right as we got here. The police are right on her heels. It won't be long now. It's over, Forrest.
Well, folks, it was a long night, but we made it through together. I'm gonna head off to go check on Peggy. This has been Forrest Nash. And it's been a scream.
Okay. Okay, game, I see you. I like this. All right. Hold on. This is everybody. I saved way more people than died.
Come in. One suspect is in custody. We've trailed the other suspect into the nearby woods.
Like, I did fairly well. Like, all things considered. I got Murphy killed because I didn't understand that old man Jenkins couldn't get to the thing fast enough. That one Roller Ricky, I got killed because I got surprised by Dawn. Maurice was the newspaper guy, I believe. I got him killed by, I made him go to the wrong room. Sandra was the jazz walker. I forget what I did to get her killed. Where's the picture of the dog? The dog's the true victim here. And Martinez was the cop in the beginning that I don't fully understand how I got her killed. But everybody else survived. Everybody else walked away. And we're rewarded with this rocking ass tune.
Oh, it's a killer frequency!
This rocking ass tune that's a little too loud. By the way, oh shit, hold on. I was about to be like, oh, I think like I'm gonna get jump scared when I try to leave. Turn the game down because it's a sick ass song. I can't hear you. Oh, it's very loud to me as well. But they're giving us updates. They just said they cornered the last suspect at the at Whistling Point. Well, hey, there was a moth. LOL. Murray has jumped. I'm off.
Officer Lugo, do you have a visual?
Negative. No sign of the suspect anywhere.
Hey, yo. I don't know how long I'm supposed to wait here for this. I am, though, rather pleased with how well we did. Like, in all reality, out of what? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10... Oh, 50, 16... Out of 21 people, I got 4 killed. Like, it's not bad. Yeah, I really liked this. I thought that this was particularly good. What did y'all think? What did y'all think of Killer Frequency? I thought puzzles were really good. The acting was real fun. I think that it was a fun little puzzler. Like, also the story wound up being really engaging. Really liked this. Yeah, like, it ran real good. Like, the gameplay was interesting enough. Like, the style, it looked crisp as all hell. Like, I liked this a lot. But yeah, no, like, for the little bits and tidbits and details were good too. Yeah. And to be fair, like, there's definitely more to this game. Like, I don't know how to bring it up. But, like, there's a bunch of, like, records you can find that I found one. Like, there's records and tapes apparently all over you can find. Like, there's collectibles and shit. But, like, I kind of want to play again and, like, get everyone killed and save everyone. Like, I'm really interested in how well this played. And it wasn't bad. It was, it's my elapsed playtime, does it say? 6.2 hours. So, like, that's not bad. Before we do a wrap-up, though, I'm going to use the bathroom real quick. Enjoy the clips. I will be right back. To document, it was huge and thick as fuck. Shame. I'm sorry.
Bruh.
Nope. The intrusive thoughts won on that one. I apologize. Clip it, please. I'm on mobile. God damn it. This is why I can never run for office. My only issue with something like that is if you redeem that.
Quick, get in here before more of them come.
Also, yes, that's very much like that. I'm the Batman. I'm not concerned if more of them come. Let them come. Let them come here.
Batman, I'm over here.
Let them come to me. Wait. By the way, it caught me off guard because I'd forgotten that you used a picture of me holding those fucking juggling balls.
Why are there shadows?
But yeah, no, I really enjoyed the video. I thought you did a great job with it. It was very funny. Of course I did. It's hard to express in words the feeling. Was the first clip sexual? Or are my clips getting all, like, naughty again? Yeah, no, Oh, that was weird. I just got lightheaded. all your clips are naughty. Probably. Probably. Yeah, I'll definitely like keep y'all posted in the Discord on like anything particularly cool I find or whatnot in this game. Love the character designs. I loved like the way the story was told, because I think this is a really interesting way to tell a story where you're not participating in the events firsthand per se. You're after the fact, or you're dealing with it from a distance. You're removed. Of course, it was so fun to watch. Yeah, I definitely recommend this. This is one of those games I will recommend real good. Like, I definitely think this is one, like, how much is this on Steam right now? It just came out, so like I'm willing to bet it's still pretty, like, full price. Go to store page. This is currently retailing for $24.99. And you know what? I don't think that's a bad price for this. Like I said, I've gotten about 6 hours worth of play out of it. And I enjoyed it, and literally am at least looking to play it 2 more times. Yeah, I really enjoyed playing this. The only downside is, though, I wish I had VR support. I think this would be a real cool one to play in VR. But yeah, no, this is definitely one, like, I recommend, like, even at full price, I think I recommend it. If you got the spare cash, I definitely think it's worth it. And just one playthrough, I've gotten 15 out of 27 achievements. So, you know. Involvement, no. Fernando. Complete all find all hidden records. Play all records during the course of the night. Save all whistle. Play all radio ads during the course of the night. Wow, there's even a speedrun achievement. There's a speedrunning achievement for this. Finish the game in under 4 hours with all callers surviving. Ooh. 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 With everyone surviving. That's one of those ones you already know the answers and you just burn through it, I feel like. Keep talking and nobody dies. Game over. Huh. Yeah, a lot of these I've gotten by accident. I mean, to be fair, I don't think I'm gonna, like, try to speedrun it or 100% this game, but I did enjoy it enough to where I'm definitely gonna play a good bit more of it. So long we beat the game. Yeah, Moth. How's that roll going? How's the roll? How's that one last row going? I kept saying roll. We're just going to glaze right past that. How's that last row going? Now every time I say row, it's almost intentionally coming out as roll. I've broken my brain. Over half. Weren't you at half, like, a while ago? Couldn't you be further along on it? Come on, Moth. You can do it. I believe in you. I believe in you. You can do it. Come on. You was before half. That's not what you said earlier. You can do it. I believe in you. That's the focus ring and not the zoom ring. Also, now the camera's off kilter. There we go. All right. So you know what's funny? I keep doing the get real close to the mic and like talk real softly so that it kind of is real loud but soft. I have no idea if that's how it actually comes out because I've never actually re-listened to it. So I hope that effect sounds as fun as it does in my head. I just keep doing it with no idea whether or not it comes out correct. Ralph in his NPR voice. Well, no, the NPR voice is like real nasally and slow. Basically, Ira Glass, it's me trying to do an Ira Glass impression, which I'm not going to do because it's not good. It sounds funny. And now it's traffic and weather. We have a storm rolling in, and the 95 is blocked. Stay tuned for publicly funded radio. That's my best Ira Glass. I don't listen to much NPR. I don't listen to much radio, oddly enough. I don't listen to any. I listen to podcasts. Like, listen, you're not my real boss. But yeah, I enjoyed the shit out of this. I am delighted, goddammit, as to how much I enjoyed this. Hopefully this did well enough where they make a second one or the studio makes other games or whatnot. Like, I am very interested to see what the studio does in the future. Team 17? Yes, Team 17. To be fair, they've made plenty of other stuff, too. Like, they've made stuff that's more popular. They made Moving Out, apparently. And Overcooked. Wait, did they make Overcooked? Hold on one goddamn minute. Son of a bitch, yeah, they're one of the developers of Overcooked. Huh. And Dredge, which I feel like a lot of people recently told me Dredge was real good. Yeah, huh. They're the publishers of Dredge. So yeah. Team 17 apparently doesn't need me to, like, really pull for them. They apparently are just making banger after banger. Yeah, they be cranking out goodies. Like, apparently they do good work. Goddamn, they're involved in the Worms franchise, the Escapist franchise. Huh. Who would have thought? Two more sides out of 6. So, like, that's fair. I clearly overestimated how fast you'd be doing that last row. Moth. My one more row is killing me. There's so many stitches to do. To be fair, I don't know shit about stitching? No, that's not right. Why can't I think of the word? The hell's it called? I want to say crocheting, and I feel like that's not right. Okay, crocheting is correct. My brain's just fucking with me. Yeah, I don't know shit about it. I don't know why you take my advice on what a good, proper amount of time it would take. Always trust yourself. I never trust myself. So. Oh my god. Hold on. I'm sorry, I got distracted. So I'm on like just the Steam page for it. Look up here. Clive, 51-year-old, last seen. Huh. Honestly, depends on the project. Yeah, no. I figure, like obviously, if you're making, like, a little pot holder or something that's, like, this big, it's going to take way less time than making a sweater. You know? But Yeah, no, I clearly don't know what I'm talking about, so I don't know why you'd listen to me. Know what I'm excited for, though? My contact lenses shipped. They should be coming soon. So I won't have to wear my glasses all the time anymore. Plus, I'm not sure how well it shows up. But, like, I literally have pale marks on my temples from my glasses. Like, I mean, like, to be fair, most of my streams I don't wear glasses. It's just recently I haven't been. Yeah, no, I don't want tan lines on my motherfucking face. I'm used to glasses, Ralph, now. Well, you'll be used to, like, glasses less, Ralph. Soon enough. Always keep them guessing. But yeah, so, like, I got that going. But speaking of coming up, this week, we're going to beat The Walking Dead. And we're going to start Heavy Rain. Which, oh boy. We will beat The Walking Dead senseless. I mean, shit's not looking great for Lee. Clem's mission. He's been bitten. Kenny's love language is beating the shit out of him. Like, shit's not going well. We have a boat. But I did successfully pare down a couple extra seats on that boat. Boy, it just gets worse. I've been meaning to check, so you're gonna get the live reaction of it, because I will forget almost immediately. How long to beat? Heavy Rain. Which will be our first David Cage game. Which is saying 10 hours. 10 and a half, roughly. 12 for main story and extras. So it'll probably take about 12 hours. Like 12 or 13 hours, I guess. Yeah, I think that's a good amount for a game. So, I am going to have to put up warnings for this game. Like, I might have to check other boxes. Because the little bit of the beginning I played, just to make sure it, like, runs correctly, I'm fairly certain I'm going to have to mark, like, nudity. Like, because there was just straight up, like, ass and a good amount suggested otherwise. Oh, hell yeah, nipples. Yeah, we get nipples. Nipples are easy, right out the gate. But yeah, I got a feeling I might have to mark that down for that on here. But that'll be coming Thursday, which I gotta build all the assets for that, so that'll be fun. So yeah, coming up this week, it's gonna be pretty exciting. The ending of a game, the beginning of another one, nipples, the whole kit and caboodle. New lighting, like, you know? The fact that I realized I can make myself look like a, somebody in Witcheck. Like, I'm excited to use that as a joke later. I need to get a voice changer so I can hit a button and it's just like, disguises my voice. But it's all coming together. Everything's coming up Millhouse. But thank you all for being here. Thank you all for hanging out. Thank you for the lurking. And thank you for chatting. I hope you all have a lovely Monday. Coughing and a yawn. Jagbu beat me to it. Well played, Jagbu. You took advantage of my body's weakness. As you can see, you can catch me at any one of these socials up here. For now, on some of them. There might be changes to come soon. Or, as Jagbu was so kind to put, the easily clickable links right there in the chat. Or, if you're watching this in the future, down in the description below on the YouTube. That is it for me tonight. Once again, I hope you all have a lovely start to your week. And drink water and, stay cool. It's supposed to be hot and gross everywhere. Just across the earth. The entire thing. Big, ugly rock hurling through space. All of it's gonna suck. It's supposed to be hot everywhere. So, drink a little extra water. Don't go in the sun. Fake your own death under mysterious circumstances. Change your name. Move to a foreign country. Avoid all responsibilities. Live a simple, quiet life where no one will ever find you. Anyway, I will catch you all Tuesday. I hope you all take care of yourself and just have a lovely Monday. Bye. I do respect the idea of being able to live in a more minimalist kind of way. I can't do it, but I respect it. The ladies are scared the shit out of me.